Local FM, the sunny side uppers. Whenever you're ready, take her away.
Hi, I'm a musician in Canada. I'm 43 and I have 2 small kids. 11 months ago, I was a struggling substitute teacher, so I gave myself 1 more year to either go pro or go back to school. This is week 48.
You don't suspect it, but it's too late.
How's it going in there, Ryan?
It's going great. I love it in here.
It's kind of a nice little room, eh?
Yeah. You don't need a tenant, do you?
You don't need a well, actually, maybe we do need a tenant. Are you listening? What are you willing to rent? What are you willing to pay for the...
I $18, I think. I think that's where I max out.
You got a couch right there, so
Hey.
pretty much. It's furnished, actually, so it's a furnished bachelor pad.
You know what, man? For $18, I'll take it.
Now, it may seem relaxed, but this clip doesn't tell you the whole story. I wasn't even sure I was going to make it there on time.
I'm lost. Google Maps sent me down the wrong place. Parts of the road around campus are blocked off due to construction. I don't know how I even get over it. I can see where I need to park, but I can't see how I get there. All right, we're rolling in.
Use the heart compass.
Fortunately, that's how I live.
So yeah, I had a gig playing live on air at the local campus radio station. I played 5 songs and did a little interview. I didn't get video of it or the last song because my phone storage filled up, and that's what I used to make videos. Luckily for us, Jay, my host's camera, captured this extremely live moment.
I must stop crying on the internet, 'cause I can't sense these feelings. I mixed up, here's the sunny side uppers way. You can't undo it. You can only move forward. I took the end of the second verse and stuck it onto the first verse because I was thinking about talking when I shouldn't have been. Oh, you know what they say. Stop crying on live radio, but I'm gonna forget the rhyme if I do that. Stop crying on the... Got it. Dead air. Stop crying on the internet. I can't accept these feelings, and you got everybody looking at you now.
Jay thought it was all part of the act. It's how we do it, kids.
None of this is permanent. Anyway, I never said those things out loud. If we can stand each other, how could I belong?
The reason to get good at your craft is so you never have to think about how to do it.
But it wasn't all fun and games in Gigland.
So I'm a little bit stressed out. I'll tell you what's been on my mind. Where I've played the last 5 summers. They didn't get back to me. I emailed them in January, and this is what I've been instructed to do in the past. And usually on May 15th, get back to me. The last couple of years, that's what's happened. This year, May 15th came and went, and I didn't hear it. I was wondering if it was late, and now it's June 8th. I still haven't heard anything. So at this point, you kind of have to be wondering, well, maybe it's just time. Maybe I'm done. Maybe they don't want me. Maybe the person who books it saw a video on YouTube of me complaining about doing it and was like, well, we don't need to be paying this guy then. We'll get somebody who wants the gig. Fair enough. Maybe this is just the universe telling me it's time to move on. It's not an optimal environment. It's not my audience. That is a job. That's a music job.
Just so we're clear, it is a job I often enjoy, and I'd be doing it 5 days a week this summer if I could.
You connect with people. Sometimes the kids will get dancing. I do Walking on Sunshine. They like that. I'll do Whip It. Some of my own songs get them going. But anyway, is it growing my career? Is there an opportunity for advancement in this role? I've been there 5 years. Is anything ever going to change? Am I going to get a raise? No. Am I going to get a promotion? No. Am I going to sell CDs? Probably not. I have sold, I think, 1 t-shirt in the several years that I've been there, which is awesome. I'm grateful for that. But that's one guy who may be an actual audience member sometimes. So it becomes a question of, well, what am I doing it for? Is it just for a paycheck? And right now, I'm of the thinking that the paycheck is still worth it. I have gigs in other places right now that I think make up for the quote-unquote lost income from that one. It's just not extra.
Fall is lost. All is lost. If all is lost, why am I still standing here? I just wanna disappear. Will this ever go away? Evidently not today. So here's the second half of Don't Stop Believin', the main riff. So yeah. So I'm leaving piano lessons, and rather than what I expected, which is we want to take the summer off, which is normal. My student's mom actually wants to do more lessons this summer. So that's cool. That was not on my bingo card. That helps. So I did a bunch of things. I didn't think I had done a bunch of things. I tried a different approach to making these videos. Because it's all, I use an iPhone and it goes in the iCloud and then I got to download it. And some days it'll like take an hour just to download everything from the cloud to load it into the video editor. And that's all the video time I have for that day. It seems like a huge waste of time. So I thought, what about if I just figure out what the story is that the material tells? What is your actual game plan? How are you actually going to achieve this? Like some captain whose ship runs aground. So that is what I tried to do, and I came out with a very different video. And it wasn't until I went through my notes from the week that I realized that I had left a bunch of stuff out. It is very easy to look at the results that you can see and judge the effort that you think must have gone in based on the results. Part of the reason I'm making these videos is personal accountability, so that at the end of a year I can look back and be like, either I really tried or I really didn't. In this case, I thought I didn't. But then when I looked at what I actually had accomplished, it's like, oh, I just didn't get video of all that stuff.
We are in a time where art matters more than ever. Connection matters more than ever. You need to make art an outlet. And fans need it as their connection point and healing bomb.
I updated my EPK. I took that video from the radio station and I put it at the top of my EPK, which is electronic press kit for you non-music industry people. It's a secret page on my website that you send to people. And so what I learned at Music New Brunswick Week back in the fall, people who book festivals were saying they want to see an untouched live video. Phone recording is great. They want to see what you actually sound like. Kind of weird playing into not like other people in the room. I'm just not used to it. But anyway. So I took a video of my song Runaway from that performance at the radio station, put it on there. It's an awesome one. Looks great. It is a live cell phone recording. That's great. I went through my YouTube backend and updated a bunch of the thumbnails for this series to make them look more exciting. I sent a newsletter out to my mailing list on 6/7, and I made a little Instagram post, but I also spent like 3 hours tweaking this joke. I put a little dad joke in the fine print, and I found this one, you know, the joke, why is 6 afraid of 7? 7, 8, 9. This was a version full of math puns that was like a bit like a murder mystery. And I was Googling, I don't even remember what, but anyway, the AI led me down a bit of a rabbit hole, and it turned into like a noir detective story. In this town, when a prime eats a square, it isn't math. It's cannibalism. I took some screenshots, put it on Instagram. It did very poorly on Instagram. I got like 3 likes, which again led me to like, why do I even bother with this thing? I also made and aborted another Instagram post. Here's an exercise that I've never done before. I was been writing things in my notebook, ideas as they come to me, trying to get into this habit. Like, I wonder if I should post that on Instagram. Would that be seen as like a quote, like people post quotes that are insightful? So I was like, maybe I should just draw it with a caption. So I'm sitting here thinking, how would you engage with that? How would somebody, like, what is they stop scrolling and they read it and they think about it for a second, then they either like it or they don't like it. I guess that would be how you get them. If you get them to stop scrolling and think, they're spending time on your post. That would be a signal. I just had the craziest realization. You guys, this is crazy.
You will, no, you're not going to believe it. You just won't believe it. Okay, I'll tell you. Oh my gosh. Becky, Chad, I've goated. This one's just goated. Guys, you're never going to believe this.
It leads me back to this foundational work that I keep trying to skip over of like, what is the brand? You got to manage it a little bit. You have to be your own PR company a little bit. And I always want to be spontaneous and free, and doesn't always work.
So it's Wednesday, June 10th. Professional artist accreditation applications are due.
The question I find myself asking is like, why is this important now? Well, it's important now because the deadline is tonight.
Why am I so bad at keeping on top of booking? It's because there's no deadline. So something I realized today is if I were to book 3 months out, which is a reasonable amount of time, and I never seem to be able to do it, what is 3 months from today? Today is the deadline for booking 3 months from today.
Updated less than a minute ago. Status is complete. Wednesday, June 10th at 11:48 p.m.
I slept on the couch for an hour today, but otherwise I had 3 hours sleep last night. I was up till midnight doing that accreditation application, and then it was like 1 a.m. when I went to bed, and then I was up at 4 and then didn't get back to sleep. And I can feel myself getting sick. But what I have realized this week is one of the skills I need to develop, please don't tell my wife this, is ignoring the mess and focusing on the work. Well, it's about that time, folks. I best be getting going. Did I forget anything? I hope not. Oh yeah, there is this. This is the game plan I've been using. I drew this in November, and I'm realizing it's a little bit different, so we'll get into what it is and whether or not it's been working. Also, the philosophy behind it, which is I'm not putting my faith in streaming or social media. You know, if I'm out to prove anything here, it's really that you can build a life on your own terms outside of convention and what's expected. But that's going to have to be for next time, because right now I'm going to... Just run around.